What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I have some sad news in reference to a story I did about a month ago. And the story is about this man right here, Robbie Robinson Jr. Now, if you guys remember in the story, you guys have been following me long enough. He's the guy that set his father's fiance on fire. Now, it's just been discovered and that the lady has died from her injuries, of her jumping out of the third floor window on fire, him beating her up and knocking her teeth out, amongst other savagery he inflicted on her. Now, whether you want to agree that he's crazy or not, which I'll talk about that a little bit later too, let's just play the video clip. And this lady died horribly. May she rest in peace. Check this out.
WLWT tonight, an update on a story we brought to you last month after a Fairfield Township woman was set on fire and jumped out of a two-story window. Sources close to the investigation say 50-year-old Brenda Scott has died from her injuries. Her boyfriend's son, 23-year-old Robbie Robinson Jr., is charged in the incident. It happened back in May on Arroyo Drive in Fairfield Township. Robinson was originally indicted on attempted aggravated murder, arson, and 2 felonious assault charges. It's unclear how Scott's death could affect those charges.
All right, guys, that was the video, and this happened in Fairfield Township, Ohio. I forgot to add that in the beginning of the video. I'm sorry about that. But as it stated, the lady lost her life. And as tragic as it is, it's been kept out. The reason why I found this story is one of my subscribers, Tawana Cook, who sends me stories all the time. Shout out to Tawana. She and I talked today, and she told me that about the story. Now, it's local. It hasn't came out yet. Now, I've seen, you've seen the video clip, so I guess it hasn't spread out here. So a lot of you guys are hearing it for the first time through me. But this lady had a horrible death. Now, regardless of if you say he's crazy or not, let me just talk a little bit about it. Now, I got the body cam footage that I'll put down on the first responders that seen her. It's hard. It's hard. They blocked the whole thing out. That's how bad she must have looked. Like I said, she suffered horribly. The neighbor said when he ran up on her, when the dogs were barking, he went out there and seen her, and he called for help. Said she was still smoking. He said the fire was spreading from one window to another. Guys, if you go and look at this story or follow it, the window she jumped out of looked like it was at least 15 to 18 feet high. So imagine being on fire and just throwing yourself out of a window, not knowing if you're going to live or not, just from the fall. You know what I mean? Her fight for survival was very strong. I got to give it to her. Though she succumbed to her injuries, which is tragic, she still had enough energy and survival instinct that when the police came up, she told who did it and told what he did to her. Another thing is this. I wonder how the neighbor's feeling right now, knowing that she died. A lot of times men have guilt, or people have guilt when they're helping you. And, they keep up with it. He probably went and visited in the hospital. She was a neighbor. And to have this happen, I know he probably feels a little bit, upset about it. And he should, because he witnessed part of it. But I want to really get onto this thing. This guy, whether you realize he's crazy or not, it don't matter. He need the same thing done to him that he did to that lady. And that's just how I see it. You want to plead insanity or whatever, that's okay. But I mean, you had enough gumption to try to get away from the scene. You know what fire does. You set it up to where you strategically did that to her, burned her up. Then you attacked her savagely, knocked her teeth out. And you knew enough to lie when the cops came. So it is what it is on that. But guys, listen. This lady sacrificed dealing with this dude for the love of his father. And that's the thing. Shouldn't have no grown man in your house, living in your house, whether he's your kid or not. And you're trying to move on and go to the next step with somebody else. Because once you're 21, because this guy's in his 20s, you're 21 or whatever, everything I put in you, if you ain't got enough from what you got from me being in my presence and the wisdom and teachings I tried to give you, if you ain't learned nothing from me, whose fault is that? Seriously. Like I said in my last video, he shouldn't have been in the house. He shouldn't have been in the house. You're sitting up here with tattoos on your face. I don't know who you know, what it says, but you starting off making the wrong choices. I don't understand this whole thing where you love somebody's father and the son don't see that, and he got the gumption to put his hands on you, risking his father's wrath. I wonder how his dad is feeling right now. I know the dad feel real bad, y'all. I know the father probably feel real bad because number one, he wasn't there to save her. So he probably carried guilt off that. Number two, she was only there for her love for him. They was engaged. So he took a heck of a loss. He lost, I guess she was in love of his life. He was going to marry her. And he lost his child at the ignorance of his child. I don't know what it's about. I don't know if it was about money or whatever, jealousy. But I mean, there are a lot of grown ass kids out here, you know, masquerading as men by age. You see it all the time with some of the crimes they do. Crimes against children, crimes against women, crimes against each other, crimes against themselves. It's like a lot of people are mentally misplaced out here. And just to have this happen to this lady, she's sitting up in there. I don't know. I mean, being a burn victim is like, I mean, just the bacteria in the air, everything can affect you with so many complications that can go wrong. I don't know what happened, but I know she passed away and this shouldn't have happened. And honestly, I think it wouldn't have happened if that dude was not in the house. I mean, what say you? I mean, I don't know the situation. You know, nobody knows. But I do know this. I'm not going to have no 20-something-year-old boy living with me. My child, no, living with me. Unless he got some type of disability, you know, where he can't function on his own. And he would have to be in some type of programs or something like that. I mean, I wouldn't just have it the way he's just sitting around. Like, unless it mean he's so messed up he can't work. Then I can understand that. But I mean, this right here, uncalled for, and it's just tragic. Guys, leave me a comment, man. A lot of people don't know that this happened. Share the video. Like and subscribe as always. Leave me a comment, man. Some of y'all out there in Ohio, Fairfield Township, that listen to me, share with the audience of what really happened and what went on. But I mean, all in all, this shouldn't have happened. And I'm at a loss for words. I mean, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.